Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just coming to Bitcoin, big of the CoinsKid crew. So we've got the DXY at the moment, potentially bottomed out, looking for a massive move up. If we start to see that, that's really bearish for crypto. But if we start to see this level of rejection on these EMAs and this goes again and sweeps that low, that's an extremely bullish statement for Bitcoin, okay, going forward. And that's what we want to see. So patience, like I always said to you, patience is key. Right now, we have got two def crosses on the weekly for the DXY, the 10 and the 20. And now, last week, we've just had a close where we've got the 10 and 55 def cross, okay. They all like rocking or shit, and they do indicate, you know, no absolute certainties, but they do indicate if you turn this into resistance and you roll again, you're going to get the 20 and the 55 def cross, and that's the ultimate def cross that we're looking for right there for Bitcoin, okay, which would indicate that this is breaking down and we're looking at a massive move here in the crypto markets, and especially Bitcoin, obviously. So over the next few weeks, like I said to you, is really important. We will start to see this bounce off support, we will start to see it come into the EMAs, and at that point you are going to look at a retracement for Bitcoin, and that's exactly what we're getting right now, okay, into key resistance. So it's paramount, you know, that this runs into resistance and drops, and Bitcoin runs into resistance and comes back down, makes a higher low, and up we go basically for Bitcoin. So I think that if Bitcoin does come up and starts to take out that local high that we've put in around about the 24,100 mark, I think it is, that we're tracing from right now, if we start to see that broken, I think we're confirming the bull run right here for Bitcoin and crypto, okay, and we potentially get the def cross here, and we're looking at a massive melt up possibly this year for the crypto markets, just like we did way back here in 2020, big melt up, and 2017 as well, big melt up towards the end of the year right there, okay. So let's keep an eye on this going forward. It's just a sort of inverse signal that we need to keep an eye on going forward, and obviously the invalidation of that is if this thing starts to take off and we start to see closes above the weekly 20 EMA. I think that will actually give the game away that we've found support and this thing's beginning a retracement, at which point I would expect Bitcoin to put in new lows, or at least come really deep to those lows that it put in November last year, okay. So let's dive into the Bitcoin chart to see what we can see. So looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame now, I think what we've got is beautiful bullish divergence, ran into the 55, coming back making a higher low. We've not lost our stop loss just yet, so right now, you know, we're coming up, and I think what we're looking for here is a retest of this support, okay, that we lost just there. So it's on my radar that we're coming up right now. So there is a bit of a bullish reversal pattern that's forming just here. We've got a potential left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. So if we start to bust through, I would imagine that's key resistance, you know. And again, at that point, it's really paramount what Bitcoin does. Does it run into that and roll again? It's a possibility, I'm going to show you. Or do we break through it? I think if we start to break through this and start to hold its support, we could begin to look at some long ops taking out that high. And I think one of the most bullish things we can do here for Bitcoin is taking out that high, okay? So we need to see that high taken out, and at the same time, we need to see the DXY rolling on its EMAs and last week's low, basically. So until then, we sort of retracing here for Bitcoin, okay? So if this thing does start to take out this resistance and start to come up in inverse head and shoulders like that, you know, on this key resistance neckline just there, okay, we start to take that out. Let me show you for Bitcoin, that neckline, if you start to see a close above that, and primarily a close above a 55 EMA, which is 23010, I think you've got a little opportunity to ride up into this 23283, where I think that that's a key level of resistance that's going to give the game away here, whether or not Bitcoin has found its low here, or we're going to roll again and put another low in. And you know what I'm looking for is 5 waves here. Like I said to you, I'm looking for 5 waves of a C wave, because I think that what we've got is an irregular correction. We've got the 5 waves down, the 3 waves up, which is your B high, and I'm looking for the C wave. So this could be done, okay, but potentially I think we're going to go again. And you know, I'm not being ultra bearish, but I think the possibility is here that we're going to run into this resistance. You could go short at that point, you know, and start to come down with your stop loss on the previous swing high at that point as well. If we create some kind of, you know, descending triangle here like this, and we start to drop again, I would expect us to come down. So as a theory, where could we actually go to here for Bitcoin if we've not found the end of the C wave right now, okay, and we've got a bigger sort of ABC correction going forward for Bitcoin? If that is the case, then what I'm looking at from this point here, which would be key resistance of this previous support lost, not back tested resistance, if we break out into that, then I will be looking at another drive down, and I will be looking at 1618 down here around about 2248. So again, this could be a really good opportunity. If we start to come up into this resistance and we start to roll here, okay, and we start to come back down, you could be looking at a massive short up around about 4.48%. This could run a bit deeper back down to this green line, because look, you're breaking out, falling back, going again. And this is something I said to you, if we start to see that and hold this structural support of this breakout here, boom, that's your entry point when you start to come back up and take out the high. So it's a possible scenario that I'm looking at right now. I think we're retracing. I think we're coming up to at least this yellow line, 2328. call down there, look for a reversal pattern, go short with your stop loss on the previous swing high, and I think you're down here on the red line, and that's it. Boom, we found a C wave of a possible wave 4 correction, if not a wave 2 correction. We need to look at that going forward. Okay, it's a potential setup that I'm looking at. Remember, you can do all this, you can go long, you can go short. Currently I'm long with my stop loss here. I'm looking to ride it into this resistance right now on Bybit. Okay, hope you enjoyed that update. Remember, always use a stop loss. Don't over leverage. Don't be a degen. And I hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.